All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Inner Circle Live pre-New York session. I'm your host for this morning's session, Benny Allen, along with my awesome partner, Mr. Ryan Carthage. And we're definitely happy and grateful for all of you being here with us as we take a look at the technicals and the fundamentals to see what we can take advantage of in the Forex market. So without further ado, let's make sure that we turn off any and all distractions, grab a pen and paper, take lots of notes, and let's make sure that we participate and engage. If everybody can hear me loud and clear, that you had a great holiday weekend, please drop me a one in the chat and we can get things going for this morning's session. The ones coming in, I appreciate it. We are all ready to go. Ryan, good morning, sir.
Benny, good morning, bro. How are you, man?
Oh, doing great, man. Glad to be here. Appreciate you asking. You doing all right, man? How was your holiday?
Sir. Holiday was good, man. Good family time. Always good to take a step back and kind of separate and focus on the people that we care about most. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Always important. So glad to be back. So Tuesday, April the 11th. Now we had to get Friday. And we also had non-farm payroll numbers that came out for the United States. Then yesterday, we still had a lot of banks and things like that were closed globally. So anytime you have that happen, you just want to take your time and be patient. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So April the 3rd, if we go all the way back and we take a look at the non-farm payroll, we can see that it came to a 236 on 228. Okay, so came in slightly above forecast. Unemployment rate came in, beat forecast, came in at 3.5 on 3.6. All right, and then so just know that, hey, even though, right, so you can see here that in the UK, Europe, Canada, it was a banking holiday, Switzerland banking holiday, right? So when you had that type of thing happen on a Friday, you had a major report, you started to think, is the liquidity going to be there, right? And then we moved into the holiday weekend. Then we came into Monday, and you can see here that you still had in Europe, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, you still had, right? Everybody was on holiday. But you saw what happened on Monday. You saw the dollar kind of move to the upside a little bit. And so when you have, situations where you don't have as much liquidity because of a holiday, things like that, you just want to be patient and be cautious, because you never know when things get back full blast, what's going to happen in regards to the reaction. So Monday was light. Today is pretty. A second. Today, you got it pretty light, except for you have a lot of your FOMC members speaking today. Goolsby, Harker, Kashkari are all speaking today. So that's always interesting. That could have the possibility to create some volatility depending on what topic they're speaking on. And then tomorrow is going to be huge because you have the CPI data coming out for the United States, month over month, year over year, and core. And then you also have rate statements for Canada, and you have Governor Bailey speaking from the UK. So ton of stuff coming out tomorrow. FOMC minutes from the last meeting coming out. So you got Bailey speaking again. So it's going to be a busy day. And then at 9:30 to wrap up Wednesday, you've got employment numbers coming out for Australia. So you can see here Monday, pretty light. Tuesday, pretty light. And besides, you have Fed members speaking at the IMF meetings today. That's why you have somebody speaking. And then Wednesday is where things really start to kick off, and you can see a lot of volatility. So, Ryan, anything on the fundamental front?
No, sir.
All right. So, like I said, pretty slow coming out of the holiday, but things will pick up middle to the end of the week. So that's that. Taking a look at trading economics, we can see China inflation rate lowest in 18 months. Okay, so some of your countries' inflation starting to creep down. European shares rise, DAX hits 15-month high. your retail sales falls as expected in February. And then Bitcoin here, right? Bitcoin rises past 30,000. Right. So if we have time, maybe we'll take a look at that today. Any questions from anybody regarding any of the fundamental data? Just know tomorrow, Wednesday, big day. Big day tomorrow with CPI data coming out for the Fed. Okay. Nope. Good. All right. So let's dive into the charts. Take a look at the DXY. Right. We saw yesterday coming to the week, we saw the dollar move up a bit coming out of the holiday weekend, but you can see some of those gains have already been taken back on the dollar. So you can see here on the daily, this resistance level here is 12,858. You can see that it pushed up, tested that level, and then it's moving right back down. So we'll continue to watch that dollar price action throughout the day. May not get a whole lot because we got CPI data coming out. So the market kind of holds off in anticipation of those numbers coming out on Wednesday. So we'll continue to monitor that. But so far, the crown is still intact from that weekly level. Any questions on the dollar?
No, sir.
All right, so let's move. Take a look at some of the pairs that we're following. Some of the setups that we're taking a look at. We can see here the Aussie CAD overall bearish, right? When you look at it from a weekly perspective, but we have broken this 90.44 level, and we know when we break levels, sometimes we know price likes to correct a bit, and we can find moves from that. But overall, this Aussie CAD is bearish, right? After breaking that level, and we can see here coming into today that we got a nice bullish move. This is one that on the we posted in the Discord, and you can see that that smaller move went through 2 TP levels and has since turned over. So we got through TP2 right off that B boundary. Okay, so we come on to B boundary swing, right? 20 pips there, 37 pips to TP2, and now we've turned right back over. So it brought us right into that 61.8. So if you're trading with the trend to the downside, okay, you've got a nice CDD move, the potential happening there. So we'll continue to follow that. Here it is on the 4. Okay, so we know overall we're bearish, right? But we know the market gives us opportunities, right, to play those corrections. Went back to the high price, but we ultimately look for this Aussie CAD to continue to move down, right? So far, okay, off that zone on the longer swing, okay, 246 pips to the downside, and it looks like we're could be ready to just continue, right, to move down. Was anybody able to play that quick play to the upside? Yes, no?
No.
No? All right. And some of you may be, waiting for that high price and you got it and you're planning to the downside. Okay. No? All right. Okay, so that one was posted yesterday. And then we also posted the EuroCAD. Okay. All right. So we take a look at it from a higher time frame, and we can see it's moving, right? Moving sideways, but we've got some bullish price action. Stochastic is in the buy zone. We're coming out of the buy zone, and this has never given us, right, a deep correction from the daily perspective, but we did double bottom here at this weekly level at 142.35. Okay, and you can see here that it's kind of just ranging, right? So that gives us opportunities to play the range, right? If we want to take advantage of that. Let's look at the 4-hour first, right? I am still fairly bullish, right, on these euro pairs. Yeah, we've been talking about that for weeks now, about euro longs. So you can see here how price has just gotten trapped in a bit of a range, okay? But our 4-hour stochastic is in the buy zone, okay? Maybe you use the cloud. Okay. Okay. You can see how we pulled back again, right? So we've already had a 50% retracement. We pulled back, and now we're ranging. But if we break out of this range to the upside, we'll be back above the cloud. Okay, so even if you're not in that one, off the 1 hour setup that we posted in the Discord, right, which is kind of like the start of it all, right, in the reversal, still expect that to move bullish. Here it is on the 1 hour. There's your play, right? So you can see how we came right into this zone, and we U-turn. Okay, so we're through 2 TPs now. Okay, so here's your breakout point right at the top of that 8 boundary, right at that resistance level. So we look for a continuation, right, on that euro CAD. Okay. But this was your zone here, right? See how it came up against that daily, respected it, and then it just continued long. So right off that low, right, that's up 60 pips or so. Okay, so those smaller setups that could lead you in this point, in this case, a second opportunity, right? If you missed the initial long off the higher time frame, right? A second opportunity to potentially get long on this Euro CAD. Any questions? That's a pretty good setup. That will move pretty quick, pretty quick.
No, sir. No questions. It's a beautiful setup.
Yeah, appreciate it. So two good ones right out the gate to start the week. Like we say, that's got some right, the potential for a longer move to the upside, right? So we see the swing here. Okay. So if you missed it, don't worry, just be patient. Okay, this is your 15-minute. Right? And you can see how we're overextended. So eventually, right, we're gonna get which we should have had already. It's all good. That new AB boundary. Okay. Okay. So we need to get long, at least off this 15, right? There's a pullback and then a continuation. Is what we like to see. So a break above, right? A pullback and then a move and a break above that level. Okay, so kind of just zooming in what we've already identified on the higher time frame. And just keep in mind that we're looking to break back above that cloud off the up there it was. I was right on time. Pull that out. There it is. Okay. So we love to see a pullback, right? And a continuation. All right, so keep an eye out on that. So that's the Euro CAD. I want to take a look at these Swissy pairs. Man, we're bouncing around. Take a look at this CAD Swiss because I got stopped out and profit on that because I had adjusted my stop. But this still may make it right to the target, but I had adjusted my stop just below this 67.13 because it was having a hard time breaking this zone here, but it stopped me out. Right? Are you in this one or no?
Yeah, I had adjusted my stop as well. I got stopped out also.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking a re-entering that one. So my re-entry is still open, but my original position got stopped out.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see with this one. It's looking good. I mean, but once I saw it struggling yesterday back in this zone, so decided to move that stop, and then it got stopped. That's so even there. So that one we'll see. See if it'll start making higher highs and higher lows again. Still waiting. Okay, Ebony. So you kept your stop at the original position. So as long as it doesn't hit that wherever you have your stop, I had it originally. I just de-extensioned it. I moved it up and got stopped out, but it's all good. That one's still in play. So just continue to, okay, cool. So just continue to watch that one, right? So if it has kind of reset itself, right, that's still 50 something pips to the 382, right? Swissy pair has been a bit tricky lately, but that one's still going on if you're still in that one. So that's the CAD Swiss. Any questions on that CAD Swiss?
No, sir.
No. All right. So since we're looking at the Swissies, we'll take a look at this Euro Swiss. Still, I need this one to go. It's bouncing around though at this level, but it may be ready to go now though. Let's see. All right. So we kind of came in and double bottomed again at this level. Okay. So we're right around that 61.8 zone still. We drew this one up a long time ago. It's just been moving sideways. So we love to see this one play out, right, to the upside. Okay, to the upside. So that's another one to keep an eye on. It's still in a really good zone to trade. I am bullish on the Euros. All right. And so this one is kind of heading back to being oversold, and it's just sideways consolidation. Right. So they could tell you that Swissy is showing a bit of strength. But still looking for that one to break out. Right. So man, we touched that bottom again. So that might be a good time, or just wait for it to break out of the range. Right. Like so. Break out and continue moving. All right. Or, right, if you're being ultra conservative with it, put your cloud on. Put your cloud. All right. Oh, so it's kind of lining up for us. I thought it might have been a little further below the cloud, but it's not. It's just moving sideways. So we just needed to break out. We need to break out at this point. We're ranging. We need to break out long. Any questions on the Euro Swissy? Be a good one. No.
No, sir.
All right. I want to take a look at. Take a look at this Aussie yen. I think I had it marked up, but then kind of went to sleep on this one. But we'll take a look at it anyway. Yeah, this is already coming down. Had a Aussie in here. Did you catch this, Ryan, or no? I didn't.
No, I
missed it.
didn't. I was looking at that. I was looking at this pair this morning, but I didn't catch that 80-20 move. I was actually interested to hear your perspective on this, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
that. I missed that.
yeah, no, man, I missed it too. Joy says she's in it. So that's the 1 hour. I thought I had. Did I have it on the 15?
It was a 15-minute play.
Yeah, that's what I that's sorry, my what's it disappeared. Yeah. Yep. There it is. I know I had it up on the 15-minute too. So yeah, that one's, but if we continue, right, that's just the beginning. So if we continue to make a move and continue bearish, then we may look at pullbacks and further continuations on that. Okay, to the downside. So for this one now, you would need to move up, right, and then a continuation down. Man, good job on catching that one, Joy. Like I said, I went to sleep on that one
Great work.
and missed it. Yeah, it is, Ebony. It's a really nice move, man. Okay, well that's that one. So let me switch over to the CAD yen, and it is. I know I was keeping an eye on this one too. Yep. So that one turned right off the B boundary. That one's almost a TP one on the CAD yen. So I'm looking at this as a correction. So I know in Japan they have the new BOJ president taking over, right, Ryan? If I'm not mistaken. Might be
Yeah,
this week.
yeah. Actually, it was last week.
Last
He
week.
made his first kind of first official statement. I believe it was either over the weekend or on Monday. I'll find that article. But the first official statement was relatively dovish, basically saying that doesn't see any reason for them to change their stance on the monetary policy, which we expected that. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I'm still pretty dovish on the yen, you know, out of any safe haven type of situations that may occur. Because I don't think any real change is going to come to their monetary policy any anytime soon. So I'm more so looking at this as a correction and then potentially long. All right. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking the same there
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
CAD yen. That I'm looking at it long term as well, from a higher time frame. And
Hmm.
I've been swinging this position for a minute, so that 80-20 on the daily is still in play. So I'm looking at from a longer term perspective, looking at price continue pushing to the upside.
Okay. Yeah. I see it. So let's see how it let's see how let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Hold on a second. Let me run it. All right. So you're running it off dot, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So right there in that zone got a nice reaction. All right. So pull back right with that nice bullish candle here. A pullback correction and then a further move longer potentially. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. All right. Any questions on this CAD yen? Thanks for posting that, Ryan, in the chat.
No doubt.
No. All right. Let's look at this. This one still might be in this Swiss yen. I want to take a look at it.
Still bouncing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pushing to the upside now, but still in that range.
Okay. Oh, computer freezing. Chart is freezing. See if we can get it to work now. Come through. There we go. So we got a steady move up on a daily, but we're coming right back to this 147.59, right? So that's a beautiful break. See, it retested the zone, kind of moved sideways, and then it broke out. So it's a beautiful play to the upside. If we come here and we take a look at the 4, right, just a zoomed in view, but we're pushing in at a pretty high level here. So we may be due for a correction at some point. So if we come in here at this 1, right, we're broken above that zone. Well, I want to see if we can break back below this trend line. Okay, so this is one that I'm paying close attention to, right, as we move throughout the week. Maybe it pushes up to retest that 147.59, but if we hold and we get a break, I'm gonna look to get short. We never got a 382 on it. Okay, so just continue to be patient with this switch in. So I would love to see it make a move back to the downside. Okay. Right. Take our inner and outer trend line, and move, and then a further move down, like so. Back down to at least that 382. All right, so put that one on your radar. The other two, I couldn't catch them in time. That cat yen and that Aussie yen. But this one can still make a play for us to the downside of that momentum slows and we break that inner trend line. Okay, so that could be a decent play. Right, that's 144 pips back down to that 382. He's stocking that one. Me too. Right? I was stocking the other ones too, but I fell off my game a little bit, missed them. Well, that's all right. Yeah, this one can make up for that. Any questions on the switch in? Nope.
No, sir. I'm still I'm still stalking that one too.
Yeah. That's I'm hoping we get that break soon. We'll see if it gets held up. Everybody's waiting on that CPI data tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Let's go. I want to take a look at this EJ, right? Long bias on the euro. This one is playing out pretty good to the upside. Take a look at this one on the 4. We came right into that 61.8 level. Okay, this one we've been tracking for a while and it's moving long. Okay, it's moving long. So if you put your cloud on, okay, you can see how we pull right back into that zone. That's a beautiful move there, right? So we're looking for that C to D move here. C to D push zone and the continuation. Break it through this 145.61, then we're gonna look for 148.35, right? Long term on that, on the euro JPY. Okay. Anybody holding this long still?
Nah, I didn't
No.
take that long.
No. Okay. Well, hey, look, all right. Look for the break of that 145.61 in the retest. Right. That's how I would play it if I'm not involved. Okay. Let's see if we can get it, or maybe what do we have running on the lower time frames here? Okay. Anything coming?
It was a good
Right.
setup right there on that one.
Yeah.
I played the 80-20 to the downside, and then I let it run once it got to that TP1.
Okay. I got it. So let's see. Well, that's all running out to the DS, I say. So it's kind of playing into what we're thinking about, a break above at 145.60. All right. I'm in the AJ KJ, so 10. Okay, Joy. Let's see. Take kids to school. Have a great day, Ebony. All right, so that's the EJ. This Euro USD 1 hour. Okay, I'll take a look at that. So we've been tracking that and the pound dollar, and we can see here, right? Just following that long narrative for the euro, right? Still moving up. Okay, right tip of that crown off the weekly, still moving long. We come to the 4. You can see how we come back down. Okay. So we're looking to get back above this 109 level, 109.33. Okay, we're pushing up into that zone now, just ahead of that CPI data. So let's see how it comes out. Get this out. All right. But you can see how powerful these zones are, right? So we came right back down around that 618 level, and we've got a nice bullish push. Okay, so just looking to continue long on the Euro USD. All right, you're looking for a sell here. Okay, off of resistance off of 109. Okay.
From the top, I have a fib from the top.
Oh, you're running your fib off the top. Okay, like that. Gonna look to short it. Okay. Well, if that level holds, right? Look, if the level holds, if anything, you get a correction, right? And then maybe a further continuation down. But we'll see what happens. Anything can happen with that CPI data. and how the market reacts to it tomorrow. So I see what you're looking at. I see what you're looking at. So let's see. Yeah. Carolyn, 61.8 higher levels. See what we got coming off the high. Where we're looking at that, you're looking around this zone here off this fib. Carolyn, is that what you're thinking? Yes, okay. So it's pushed up a little bit higher than 61.8, but I see what you're thinking there. You know, I just have I know we got a reaction yesterday off the dollar because of the jobs data. Starting to get speculation that, hey, they're going to raise rates another 25 basis points at the next meeting in May, the Fed. But I don't know. It's hard for me to go against the dollar right now, but we'll see. I mean, against the euro. Yep. Somebody had a question or was making a statement? No? Yep. Okay. So let's see. Let's see how it plays out. See if we stay below that 109 level. Okay. So right now I'm long. Okay. I'm long. The euro dollar is always interesting. What are your thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting, man. I'm watching that daily level at 109,336. It's in an interesting position, right? Looking at it from 1 hour perspective and from a longer term perspective. The CPI data is going to be key. I'm conflicted on them, right? Because fundamentally, right, long on the euro, but all the euros are in interesting positions from a technical perspective. So I'm kind of torn. So I'm watching to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Right. We'll see how it comes out. Right.
You know,
That
I
CPI.
was gonna say I do think this is just my personal perspective, not necessarily anything that the markets care about, but I think investors are hedging their bets really, really strong on the Fed pausing and reversing. And I feel like they might be a little bit overzealous.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. So that could also play into it too. But yeah, because they're pricing in 3 cuts for the year. One more hike at 25, and then 3 cuts of 25. And if you think about it, for the Fed to cut, that could also be pretty detrimental to the economy, right? That would say we're in a pretty bad space. So
Right.
it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, but I personally, my perspective is that they're being a bit overzealous.
Okay. All right. So let's see what that means, right? Since you're thinking about it in those terms, that means that CPI data is even more important, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That inflation read. Right. So if it comes through below, right, then that plays into the investors narrative. But if not, right, it may play into the Fed narrative. So we'll see. Big day tomorrow, everybody. Very, very important. Any other questions on this Euro USD? It's been a nice ride so far, though.
It's been a beautiful move to the upside.
Yeah. It's been a nice ride. All right. Well, that's that. So since we're looking at the Euro USD, let's jump over and take a look at the pound dollar. Okay. So the pound dollar's been making some pretty decent moves too. All right. So we can see here on the weekly, right, where we are. Pushing bullish. Okay, so if we take this off, you can see we're right at a resistance level. Always interesting, just ahead of major reports. All right, so 124.50. Okay, we couldn't close it. We couldn't close above that level. We haven't done it yet. Didn't do it last week. Came back below. Okay, we're trying to push and test that level again. If we come down right to the 4, we know we were watching these trend lines, Euro USD, pound dollar, to see if it would hold and continue long, and it didn't. Right, so right at that weekly level, that 124.50, right, price held, and we moved back below it. So I'm going to pull this out now. I'll pull this out because we have right at the nice bearish move, right? This candlestick here on the 4, price is taking back all of it. Okay, so let me get this cleared out, and we're right here at this level. Okay, we got another 4-hour level creeping in. Okay. So we got some traffic. Just mark this one here. So we'll see. All right. Okay, so we push back up. We come down to the 1. Look at the price action right in our key areas there, right? Look at that. How we pull back around that 61A zone, and we got the U-turn. Monster move. Okay. That's a 100 pip move. And now we're above the cloud. We got a bullish cloud up ahead. Okay, we're testing the cloud now. Okay, so we have broken the cloud. Again, that 124.50 comes into play. All right, I don't have a 15-minute chart. I'll put one on here. So there's that latest swing. And we're rejecting that 124.50 again. So that's where we are. Moving to the downside. Let's see how far of a correction we can get on that. Okay, so that's the pound dollar's been moving bullish. See what happens. All right, let's see what happens. I know if I want to get long, I need a low price now. I'm not going to buy it right at this level. So I needed to come down in my buy zone, right? Maybe retest 124.02. Don't know, right? Don't know. What? I don't want to buy it, right? Not yet. See if we get a deeper correction on that. Any questions on the pound dollar?
No, sir.
All right. A few good opportunities just ahead of the report tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see. Want to take a look at, take a look at a few of these New Zealand pairs. Continuation down there. Where my markers? Oh. Continuing to move bearish, right? And we are breaking below that 56.19 level. So we look for a continued move short there. Come and take a look at the daily. We had a potential for a double bottom, but it's looking like we want to continue to move south. So continue short on the NZD Swissy. This NZD CAD, Let's take a look at it. All right. This one's still dancing, doing the dance. Right. Came in a TP1 and now it's moving back down, right? So that just may be ready to go. Not sure if that's going to pick back up, maybe head for a TP2. But we got TP1 off that swing. Right. Now it's just moving south. That was a play on the 15 minute. Right. So you can see how we're coming back to that 83.37 on the weekly. Okay. So that one got us TP1 and then just turned over off that 382. So I'm not sure if that's going to move any higher than that. Just a continuation to the downside. Also wanted to take a look at this, take a look at gold on the 1 hour. So we know we've been long gold, right? And we got a bit of a correction, but you can see here how we're back over $2,000 slightly. Okay, this 2010 level needs to be broken. But on the 1, you can see how we've gotten a decent pullback. Okay, going over these pairs because they all could be impacted by that CPI data. So you can see here how we've got a decent correction to the downside, and we've got a trend line break. Okay. So overall, right now, still bullish on gold. Let's see how much it wants to correct before continuation long. Okay, you see how we taking out this high. Okay. So we know when we have that, right, you got that crown potential. Okay. Here. All right, so let's continue to keep an eye on gold. Any questions on gold?
That'd be nice. No, sir.
So we're all good there. There, the Euro USD, Shin. The last one I want to take a look at is this dollar CAD. Still trying to move, right, to the upside. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out. This trend line. Okay, so we can see where it just came from, but you can see where we here. Okay, mark that back below the low. Okay. You can see where we found a low again, right, at this 134.05 level. Okay, and we pushed up to this 135.54. So it's been a nice move to the upside. And here on the 4 hour, here's the swing. Get that out now. Okay. So here's your swing. We got a reaction off this 135.54, but we're looking for a continuation up to that 382. Okay. So that's where we are, right? Just ahead of CPI. So we're still trying to complete that 80-20 swing. So far, right, out of the zone. Okay, at the top end was 130 pips. Some of you might be out right now. That's not a bad trade or a bad idea, right? So just continue to, if you're holding that long, just continue to monitor it and know that we have major data coming through tomorrow, right? So we're already over 100 pips just back to that resistance level. Okay, we get back to that 382, it's another 70 pips or so. Any questions on the dollar CAD?
No, sir.
All right. So things are moving right along. Hey, while you're learning how to trade, when we post the try to learn how to trade and get consistent. When you see us post those setups in the Discord, they're converting fairly well, right? The strike rate on them are pretty good. So while you're learning, take advantage of it. If you see it, plug it in. If you're working out of a demo account, right? We can't say it enough. Plug it in so that you can see the price action, see how long they take, right? The timing of it, the risk management factors, right? You get a new AB boundary. Hey, I want to play these right off the V boundary, put a buy limit or so at the 127 zone. However, so you could try to figure out what best works for you and work the risk management. Work your risk management plan out around that, right? So even if you're in a demo, even if you're trading at, one micro lot, make the play, start the journal, right, so that you can feel more comfortable with the price action. Ryan, anything else that you're looking at?
Let me double check. I believe you covered them all. Did you look at the pound cat?
I'll take a look at the pound cat. Somebody else say something? Missed it. No?
Oh, Dunnet said something. UJ. Dunnet said UJ.
Oh, the UJ? Okay. Yeah, that's bouncing around. So we got a good break off this level, and it's coming right back to retest that pound cat.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a beautiful in and outer trend line break. And it just held there and went back long. All right. Pound's a little tricky right now. Pound pairs. But that was a beautiful move to the downside. I didn't play it, but for in and outer trend line break, it's over 200 pips. All right. So once you're up, and even though that bounced back, right, that should have been a stop out in profit if somebody shorted that off that level. Right, especially once you made it back to this outer trend line and you got a reaction. Right, gave you a new low and then it took back off. Right, so you definitely don't want to let the market, right, take back all your gains. You gotta manage that trade, right? Because now, okay, you got this here off that outer trend line. Okay, that's where we could be going with that. Stochastics in the buy zone. There. Okay. Because it's just ranging. See it? How we're getting close to that extension, that weekly extension. Might be chasing that. Daily stochastics in the buy zone too. Yeah. Let's take a look at this UJ. It's doing the dance too. That dollar strength yesterday. Pushed it right back up. So it pushed us back further in the zone. Yeah, so we've been looking at that crown pattern, right? And you can see right here's the daily. So that's where we are on the UJ. That's how I have it. All right. So we got the nice push down, and now we're right back. We moved right back to the upside. So that CPI did is going to be critical for this tomorrow as well. All right, but you got a nice correction. I want to see it finish out, but that's just falling in line with my bearish dollar narrative, right? Off the right tip of that crown on the DXY. Right. But that's that move there. Right? We just haven't gotten a continuation off that bearish harmonic pattern. Yeah, we move it back up. That's a tricky one, right? So we're still within that AB boundary. That was a nice move to the downside. It's almost 300 pips to the downside. Then it took it all back. Right. So as well as being super patient yesterday with a lot of things because it's not low liquidity on Friday, with it being a holiday. Not sure how the market was going to react coming into Monday with the non-farm payroll from last Friday. And then we also had banks still closed yesterday as well in some countries. So we'll continue to watch it, but that's where I'm at with it. We'll see. We'll see. Any questions?
It's about the New Zealand dollar.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Kind of doing the dance. So here we are, right? It was moving up, and now we're moving down in the zone. So this is going to be critical ahead of tomorrow. Tomorrow too, right? All these dollar crosses. I can't say it enough. Okay. So when that dollar got weak, I started running longs, right, with the counter currencies. And now this is how I have it here, sitting right in the zone. So we'll see. We shall see. That's what I have on the NZD USD, still within that AB boundary, right? So we've had a series of up ABCD waves. Now we've got an 8-6 retracement here. So we'll see if it wants to make the U-turn tomorrow based on that data, or if it's just going to continue down and take out the day. A lot of back and forth in the market. Okay. That's what I have. Any questions on that New Zealand dollar?
No, sir.
No.
Ryan, anything to add before we wrap things up?
Continue to be patient, good people. Right, we got data coming up tomorrow. Liquidity coming back into the market today. Right, so be patient, and allow the market to tell you what it's going to do. All right, great session, bro. Appreciate you as always.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, we'll be right back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Asian session with my awesome partner, Mr. Ryan Carthage. Hey, appreciate all of you being here with us this morning. We'll see you later this evening. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you, Benny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.